Irish funerary traditions are an important part of Irish culture. Lament poetry has been a major aspect of Irish literature since the 18th century, most notably the Lament of Ard O'Leary. The traditional Irish rake was a major event for Irish communities in the early decades of the last century, and parallels of these traditions are still vastly seen today. Traditional Irish funerals are massive, where distant friends and relatives all attend, sometimes traveling from great distances.
They say in this town that if you're rubbed up against the boy at the mart, you have to go to his funeral, and that's the way it works. Half the town appears at funerals. But people they would know awfully well, but they go, and they shake hands, and they know everybody, and they make a point of saying to people, it's a community thing. You'll find in different parts of the country, wherever you go, things are different. People have different ways of doing things.
One of the most important and unique traditions of the Irish Lament for the Dead was the tradition of keening. Keening was done strictly by women for the death of male family members up until the 19th century of Ireland, and were used as a means to mourn the dead. The keen itself is thought to have been constituted of poetic elements such as the listing of genealogy of the deceased, praise for the deceased, emphasis of the woeful condition for those left behind, and more set to vocal lament. These beautiful performances could be done by the wives or female relatives of the deceased, but were also often done by keening women, who were groups of women paid to keen over the body. Nowadays, many keens have been transcribed, but to truly experience a keen, you have to hear it, or better yet, see it performed. Here is a short example of an emotional keen that has been recorded. The most famous keen in this genre is the Lament of Ard O'Leary, which was composed by his wife Eileen. It has been described as the greatest poem written in either Ireland or Britain during the 18th century. Set in Macroom, Cork, the story of Ard O'Leary's dispute with Englishman Abraham Morris has been heard across generations. According to the keen, Morris demanded that O'Leary sell him his horse, that O'Leary brought back from his services in the Austro-Hungarian War. The penal law stated that no Catholic might own a horse worth more than £5 and could be forced to sell a more valuable one on demand to any Protestant at this price. Art refused to sell and challenged Morris to a duel, which Morris declined. Morris proclaimed Art an outlaw and gave the order to shoot him on sight. Ard O'Leary died on May 4, 1773. Eileen then composed a long keen and now poem, The Lament of Ard O'Leary, mourning his death and calling for revenge. This is Brendan O'Magdagain performing the verse E Gird Are Gone from the Lament of Ard O'Leary. The traditional Irish wake, or Merry Wake, was a major social event that was highly symbolic and significant to Irish culture. Gerard O'Cruach stated that people looked forward to their death because they thought their celebration was going to be a gala given to their friends and family. Many people even bought burial dresses for themselves many years before they died and had their tombstones prepared for their deaths. During these wakes, the local communities were fed throughout the night. Games were played, tobacco was smoked, stories were told, and songs were sung in the deceased's honor. Even today, you can find remnants of these traditions when a beloved community member dies. In fact, the Huffington Post just posted an article on March 27th about this wake taking place at a pub in Killargan, County Kerry. Here, people celebrate the life of a local farmer who died at age 45 due to cystic fibrosis.
That you can ever get from this man is Mr. Brightside. Are you ready?